Good evening. You're welcome to another edition of Import Export Platform Facebook Live from 3 Best Trade Academy. And my name is Dele Ayemibo. We'll continue our conversation on the what, the why, and the how to export to Nigeria. The what, talking about what to export. The why, talking about the reason why you should consider Nigerian market. And the how, the processes, the paperwork, the regulations around importing to Nigeria or exporting to Nigeria. I have to do this in transit as usual, because I'm on my way from FBN. Had a program today, and I had to go and facilitate a session there on export. If you're familiar with the Greek Export First Bank, so I'm right in traffic and just going back to my domain. Remember the fact that sorry, my stuff went down. We've started talking about different organizations, sorry, different no organization now, but rather products. And the product we are looking at is basically talking about why those products are critical in the process of exporting. Why those products are critical in the process of exporting. Sorry, exporting to Nigeria. I've spoken in the morning. I spoke about, I think it was just single product I talked about in the morning, and it was talking about animal parts. I remember talking about fish, non-filleted fish. I talked about milk, concentrated milk, and the fact that government is trying to prevent that from entering Nigeria now. And that set of products was actually a bit huge, about $1.12 billion. $1.12 billion. And to put in perspective the volume, total import of Nigeria hovers around 30 to 40. Last year was 40 billion. So if there is a product that is taking about 1 billion, that is huge. When it's not petroleum products. The PMS that we do importation of. So what does Nigeria import? That's what we've been talking about. Why are we interested in one Nigeria import? We're interested in one Nigeria import to basically let you understand what should be your interest. What should be your interest? If you are trying to export to Nigeria, what should be your interest? So you need to work with data that give you an insight into what should be your interest if you are trying to export to Nigeria. So currently I'm looking at another product, and the product is called Art and Antiquities. Art and Antiquities. You will be shocked. You will be shocked that art and antiquity constitute about $1.5 billion. $1.5 billion. Art and antiquities. $1.5 billion. For example, sculpture. A lot of Nigerians into that. Sculpture. 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 A lot of Nigeria are into that. A lot of Nigeria are into that because talented visual artists in Nigeria. But unfortunately, volume. I didn't even know. I'm shocked at the volume that we are importing. I'm shocked at the volume that is being imported. I'm shocked. So that means individual in Nigeria that produce artwork need to step up their game in their marketing. You know, sometimes you go to hotels, you see a lot of artwork, you see them a lot in hotels, but you also see them in what's the name? In a lot of Nigerians who are art enthusiasts. You see them in their offices. And these artwork are expensive. But sincerely, I did not know Nigeria was importing this volume of artwork. Sorry, $1.5 million. I was thinking 1.5 billion. $1.5 million. So we have sculpture, we have painting. Sculpture is actually 76% of the $1.59 million. Painting is 19%. Print, 2.1%. Collector item, 2.1%. So painting constitutes actually more than $200,000 in terms of import, and sculpture constitutes almost 8. Oh, 8 is a lot. You know, I'm beginning to wonder, how did we how did we get to this? But there are sculptures locally. But anyway, that's the data. We import sculpture into Nigeria. It's not prohibited for import, but that we are doing over 1 million, that's 360 million naira in artwork import. 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 Anyway, we are talking about what you can import into Nigeria. That's a market you might want to consider. Although it's not so big. Let me go to the one that is very big. Chemical product. There are so many chemical products. So many of them. So many chemical products. From scented mixture, maybe that's used for perfume, to pesticide, to mixed minerals and fertilizer, to industrial fatty acid, to package medicament, to nitrogenous compound, oxygen amino compound, anti-nox, cleaning products, soap, carbohydrate, glues, beauty product, shaving product. These are all exportable imported item. Chemical product in Nigeria is a big market. 2.58 billion. You know, when someone tells me he studied industrial chemistry and then he said he's looking for a job, sometimes I feel like carrying cane to beat them. You didn't study chemistry, you study industrial chemistry. You didn't study chemistry education, you study industrial chemistry. That means you spend your years on campus studying how to use chemical to produce different products. And indeed, most of the products being produced by human beings involve one kind of chemical. In fact, the chemist will tell you that life is about chemical. Human being is full of chemical. Human being is full of chemical because water is a chemical. And water is a large portion of human beings. Protein is a chemical. Carbohydrate is a chemical. There are different chemicals. And these chemicals are used to produce different things. But Nigeria is spending $2.5 billion to import different products. Question: which of these do you want to import? You now have a choice. You now have a choice. If you are listening to me, you are a foreigner, you have a choice of item, list of item. For me, it's almost endless list of item that can be imported into Nigeria. Almost endless list of item that can be imported into Nigeria. Imagine chemical product, from scented chemical. Do you know that scented chemical, which is used for fragrance, used for perfume and the like, is actually about 11%. 11% of $2.5 billion. $2.5 billion. That is over 250 million naira. Sorry, $250 million. $250 million to import scented chemicals. Do you like perfume or fragrance? You like good smell? Maybe you can do that business. Maybe you can do that business. Maybe you can. Since you love it. Since you love it. Not just to buy it, you can also be an exporter of that product by producing it in Nigeria. But currently we are looking at the import. That Nigeria is spending over $250 million to import scented chemicals. $250 million to import scented chemicals. That's just one. That is just one. Let's check others. Pesticide. Pesticide is 9.2%. That's about 10%. About $220 million for pesticide. Remember, we have a lot of mosquito here. Plenty mosquito. Plenty mosquito in Africa. And plenty mosquito in Nigeria. So we have a lot of chemicals. Sorry, we have a lot of mosquito. So we need pesticide. And you know, now that we are talking about agric. If we are going to be able to do this agric very well, we must. If we are going to be able to do this agric very well, what we must learn to do is to ensure, because one of the things that actually that make farming very challenging. One of the things that make farming very challenging is the issue of pesticide destroying either the plant while it's still on, or destroying the fruit, the harvested product. And some pests, when they infect some farms, oh Lord have mercy. They just, it's like what you are laboring for, overnight, swarm of pests come into the farm and destroy the labor of maybe 6 months, maybe 3 months. And all the money spent will just go down the drain, just like that. All the money spent. So pesticide is a big one in Nigeria. Over $200 million. Over $200 million just on pest. over $200 million just on pest. Just on pest. Mixed mineral and chemical fertilizer. Now you can't do this now. If you want to export chemical fertilizer to Nigeria right now, you have challenge. Why? Early this year, CBN placed a ban. Early this year, CBN placed a ban on fertilizer import. So if you are listening to me, either as a foreigner looking at Nigerian market, or you are an importer in Nigeria and you are looking at products to be considered in Nigeria, please stay away from chemical fertilizer. Why? If you do chemical fertilizer, you will not be able to get FX from the Central Bank of Nigeria. If you do chemical fertilizer, you will not be able to get FX, foreign exchange, from the Central Bank of Nigeria. You will not be able to get FX, foreign exchange, from the Central Bank of Nigeria if you are into chemical fertilizer. That means, straight up, you are restricted on the volume of purchases you can make. Because if you are going to be transferring money, it is very unwise for you to be able to transfer huge money because there is risk now. You know, so that means you have to go to CBN. And CBN says it's now non-valid for Forex. Let me tell you the implication of non-valid for Forex in Nigeria. When CBN make a product non-valid for Forex, what CBN is telling you is this. CBN is saying that for you to import this product, you must use your own FX. You can't go to CBN for FX, but that's not the real issue for me. That's not the real issue. The real issue is that even if you are going to still apply to CBN with your Form M, for CBN to approve the import, for CBN to approve the import application form for that product. The application form for import in Nigeria is called Form M. Unlike other products that if I process the Form M, I process and that is all. I don't need any other approval. But for this product, CBN will approve. And CBN wants to see evidence of FX available in the account. That means you must have FX account. And evidence of the source of the foreign exchange. Evidence of the FX in your account and evidence of the source of the foreign exchange. Now, what CBN is basically trying to do with that regulation is to ensure that very few people, if at all, are going to be able to have access to importing those products into Nigeria and thereby encouraging local producer of that product and thereby encouraging local producer of that product. So CBN is using its power. You know, CBN cannot ban actually. CBN cannot place a ban on product. They can't place a ban. But CBN have the power to regulate those that have access to Forex, which in my opinion is a technical ban. Which in my opinion is a technical ban of CBN on that product. Look at other ones. Other ones include sorry, I need to improve the. Yes, other ones include packaged medicament. Chemical product. I mean, drugs are chemicals. Drugs are basically chemicals. So when you say packaged medicament, it's talking about drugs that are already packaged. And that is about 5%. That's $125 million of packaged drugs. That's the market. $125 million of packaged drugs. industrial fatty acid, oil, and alcohol. It's also about 5%. That's $125 million. $125 million. Another one. Anti-knock. Anti-knock 3.2%. Anti-knock 3.2%. That's about $18 million. Cleaning products. Cleaning products. About $80 million. Soap. You know, when you see some chemical, you'll be wondering. Soap. Soap is about $70 million. Import. Soap. Glue. 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 About $35 million. Beauty product. $35 million. This is huge. Chemical product import into Nigeria is $2.58 billion. Wow. Wow. If Nigeria is doing this import, you know, sometimes also when you are looking for business to do, when you're looking for business that have huge potential locally, one of the ways to know is to just check what does Nigeria import that you want to produce. What does Nigeria import that you want to produce? That's one of the very interesting ways of knowing exactly what, if you are thinking of what do you want to do. In terms of someone is thinking, okay, I have money, I'm looking for what to produce. Just check what Nigeria imports and you will know what to produce. Just basically check what Nigeria imports and you will know what to produce. And when you see what Nigeria imports, then you understand that there are huge opportunities in this country. But you and I know that foreigners are the one enjoying the benefit of being a Nigerian. Foreigners are the one enjoying the benefit of being a Nigerian. Foreigners are the one enjoying the benefit of being a Nigerian. Foreigners. Why? Foreigners are the one that see the opportunities. Basically. The reason why foreigners are the one enjoying is because they are the one that see the opportunities. So if you are the one that see the opportunity, they are the one that can take advantage of the opportunity. Because they are the one that can see it. If you can't see the opportunity, you can't take advantage of the opportunity. And it's like foreigner alone is the one seeing the opportunities in Nigeria. I'll be rounding up now. Remember, this program is Import-Export Platform, Facebook Live from 3 Press Trade Academy. And this program is brought to you by 3 Press Trade Academy. We come up every day 6 a.m. Every day we come up 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. I said 6 a.m. 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. We finished recently starting and managing export business. Then we move on to Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. And we're talking about how to tap into export. And now we are looking at the third one, another one rather. And we call this one the what to export to Nigeria. The why you need to export to Nigeria. And the how to export to Nigeria. The what to export to Nigeria. The why you need to export to Nigeria. And the how to export to Nigeria. What do you export? Why do you need to consider Nigerian market? And how to go about it. Thank you very much for listening to me again today. See you tomorrow evening and on Sunday evening. We have only one session on Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow evening and on Sunday evening, I will continue the conversation and I will take on another product. I'll continue the conversation and I will take on another product. Thank you very much and bye for now.